Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Hands on SAP Dev with me. Oh, the macro one is not near enough. Me, DJ Q Macro. It's a very rainy and horrible blustery morning here in Manchester, but it's sort of the sun's come out now and it's getting bright, which is quite nice. So welcome Johan. Drizzly in Drizzly Waldorf. Welcome to you, Johan, and welcome Helmut. Welcome everybody. Say hi on the chat if you're around. It's very, very friendly here, as I think the regulars know. So I've got my coffee. And yeah, there we go. So what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be continuing. We're over halfway there, I think. We're going to continue to build out this graphing mechanism so that we can attach ourselves to the SAP Enterprise Messaging instance. And use the API to get the management information, the queues and the topics, for example, and also the use the messaging API to get the webhook subscription information, and graph those so that we can have a better visual idea of what the heck is going on. And hopefully you may have seen the previous 2 episodes. Are we on episode? Is this episode 3, part 3 of this little series? I think so. Yeah, I think this is called marshalling the output. We started a little bit of the marshalling last week, and we ended on a cliffhanger. So we'll continue. So there we go. So welcome to Kadir. Welcome. Good morning, and good morning, Jodel. Greetings from home. Greetings to home. Got my coffee here, and I've got my penultimate administrator biscuit. So any suggestions on what sort of biscuits I should get from next time? Let me know. So yeah, there we go. So let's catch up with a few things. Let me go to the browser here. The latest SAP Developer News episode is out now. In fact, let me go and share that in the chat there. There we go. That should be okay. I think that's right. Yes, there we go. I'm quite pleased with this little set of scripts I've got for authenticating with YouTube and looking at the live streams and then sending messages to the live stream chats. Why, hello, Andrew. Hello. And welcome. I hope you're enjoying your 14-year-old wine. I did look it up, actually. It's very, very interesting. So yes, the latest SAP Developer News is out, which is great. Some updates on TechEd, of course, and on Devtoberfest. If you've not been voting on Devtoberfest, please do that. Have a look at the news thing here. We're going to be doing a session during TechEd where all the finalists will show off what they've been doing in their repos. Go live. Ooh. Oh, are we live again? What's going on? Am I still here? Oh, there we go. I think maybe, and you're back. Okay, good. Oh my goodness, that was quite good. I was a little bit scared then. So I ended the stream. I went into the settings. Yeah, I've got some dropped frames here. Thank you. Okay, thanks for confirming. Got some dropped frames, which is very unusual. I've never seen that normally, and I can't go into the settings right now. It won't let me when I'm live. But basically, I changed the, what did I change? It was telling me about something. The keyframe rate, which was normally set to auto, but YouTube said, oh, your keyframe rate's rubbish, blah, blah, blah. Don't understand it. Your keyframe is currently like every 14 point something seconds. So I changed it to 15. No idea. And I'm back. So I've paid my bill now. Yes, they've taken their foot off the pipe. Yes, Johan, that's very good. Okay, perfect. That was quite good. And now I'm I was brave enough to try and turn off the live stream from OBS, but not end the stream from YouTube, so it keeps the same URL. Amazing. Right. Okay, that was a bit exciting. Not the sort of excitement that I want, though. Anyway, Devtoberfest. Go to Devtoberfest. Vote on your finalists. There we go. There's the blog post there. I put the link to the Devtoberfest, so follow the blog post. And with that, okay. So, and now, Samueli, I noticed you came in this morning on Chesh. Good morning, Chesh, as well. Samueli, thank you very much to Samuel for the first pull request on our shared for this series Cloud Messaging Hands-on SAP Dev repo. So that's that. There's a pull request. So Samuel has added a very nice little bit to the open dashboard script so that it'll work with WSL, Windows scripting for, Windows scripting, Windows subsystem for Linux. There we go. Is it ethical to vote more than once? I don't think you can, Andrew. I think you can probably vote like up one and maybe down. You can downvote others. I'm not sure that's ethical. Probably not. But I don't think you technically can. I don't know. Maybe you can. Use whatever, if the system allows it, then it allows it. I think that's fair. So thank you. Yes, as Andrew says, thank you, Samuel. All contributions, and please, let me know if this is useful. Yes, sabotage. It does seem like sabotage. I wouldn't like to see people downvoting. That's a little bit sort of underhand. But if you can upvote multiple ones, why not? I don't know. I'm getting a keyframe rate error again. What is going on? Of 4 seconds or less. Don't know. Okay, so we'll leave it, see how it goes on. You voted responsibly. Very good, Andrew. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. This keyframe rate, I don't know what's going on. Poor. Is 10.6 seconds. What is wrong with my internet today? Anyway, I suppose it happens, doesn't it? One thing before I carry on, if there's one person that you follow anew in Twitter, it's this person called Kate. Things Kate did. Let me share that as well. This semicolon prompt, which has lots of different reasons, because you can copy paste the whole lines, and the prompt symbol is not going to mess up anything you put into the script and everything. Oh, it's got back again, gone again. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, end the stream. I'm going to set my keyframe rate to 4, as it tells me to. Well, let's see. Okay, I changed it. It's like, those videos on YouTube you see of people putting the cars on the side and driving along the road and changing a wheel while they're driving. It feels like that, although not as dangerous. So anyway, yes, I think I'm back. Let me know. I'm back again. Gone again, back again. Yes, so if this is, if you need nothing else, look at the thing that is pinned at the moment on Kate's Twitter thing. I made a program that compiles regexps into shell scripts. I mean, if you don't love that, then come on. So definitely thank you, Kate, for all the stuff I'm learning from you, and please follow her. You mean programming without a source code control system? Yes, that's also that's probably more dangerous than changing a wheel while you're driving. Yeah. Thank you, Jodel. And we're back again. Yes. Oh my goodness, I had no idea what's going on. But we're all still here. Thank you very much for staying with me. Let me get on with things. Let's get on with things. Let's go here now. Where we left off last time was on this sort of cliffhanger. Let me go and start a little TMUX session, and let's just remind ourselves of where we were. We started writing this little graph program here, which basically used the management list queues. Let's go into the program here. Management list queues, right here, and then then for each of the queues that came out of that, it called the management list queue subscriptions for that given queue, right? So let's run that and see what happens. Okay, it is truly inspiring, Andrew. Kate is truly inspiring, and lots of people who are in the threads with Kate as well. They're also really, really interesting. So definitely follow. So why don't we run this just quickly to see what to see what happens. You can see that it's pulling it from the API. However, I did build something in the middle of the week for this and for other things as well, which I'll show you shortly. So it looks at queues and spits out Q1. Q1 has no subscriptions. Then it finds Q2, then looks for the subscriptions for Q2, the topic subscriptions, and finds 3, which are sales order created, and topic A and topic B. And then it finds Q3, prints Q3 out, and then finds there's a single subscription. Q3 is subscribed to topic sales order created as well as Q2, right? So that's where we were, right? So yes, thank you. Yes, it was thanking you, Samuel, for your contribution to the repo for a pull request. You know, it's brilliant. So that's what this does. Now, if I run that graph thing again, it's immediate, right? And what we had was these files here. We created these temporary files. There's Q1, right? Empty array. There's Q2, an array of 3 things showing that Q2 is subscribed to 3 topics, and a single array here, an array of a single thing. Q3 is subscribed to topic sales order created as well, right? And we have the Qs as well, Q2, Q1, Q3. So we were using that, weren't we, last week to sort of not completely hammer the management and messaging APIs of SAP Enterprise Messaging. Not that we were hammering them anyway, but to be nice. But what I've done instead, in fact, we can get rid of this directory. We don't need any of that anymore. What I've got instead, if I go into this, I've got this thing called cache. I've got a little program called cache, right? And let me just show you what cache does. And it's in my dot files, so you can check out my, where's the dot files? Dot files. There it is. Oops. Whoop, extend GitHub. What? Cache. There we go. Oh, Anna, we've got excellent. So maybe I don't know what the. I never knew what the whatever that setting was. Frame rate, keyframe frequency is now 4. Seems to be okay now. So this cache command is here, right? So you can check that out. LBC, that one there, right? There we go. Bong. 7 lines of code this time. Yes, exactly. So this cache command, all it does is save things in files. Okay, have a look at that, and it will sort of save it into a file, and it looks, either you can specify minutes, or it'll default to 5, or actually, you know, if you've got an environment variable, cache mins, it'll default to that. So in fact, we'll do that shortly. Okay, so that's that cache. So I basically, you can put the cache script in front of anything, and it will cache the output of that thing. So there we go. So that's why it's working faster now. In fact, let's have that back again. Notice as well, I've got, when I'm in tmux, I'm now putting, just for orientation, I'm now putting the directory where we are down here in the tmux status, as well as any possible sort of Git status. So it's a nice clean prompt. So thank you, Kate, for that. Yeah, fancy font for comments, Helmet. Yes. So basically, the font is fancy in that it is in italics. That's all it is. Okay. I showed folks last week in my Vim RC how I did the italics. I told Vim how to do italics, and this is a font Victor Mono that supports italics. So yeah, that's quite cool. So basically, if I say export cache mins equal, it defaults to 5, but let's default it to 60 for the purposes of this little episode. Less than 60 minutes left. And now I can say, for example, graph, and it'll give me that from the cache, for the next 60 minutes, which is nice. Victor Mono, yes. Asaf, hello, welcome Asaf. Perfect timing, perfect timing. Oh, and thank you, big like for the cache utility. So yeah, check it out. I just wrote it. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it seems to work okay. Good morning, Asaf. What type of keyboard switches are you using? Oh, I love these questions. Cherry MX Blue on this keyboard here, which is can you see it? It's my Vortex Race 3. Yeah, are they too loud? I hope not. I quite like listening to keyboard sounds. So I'm going to inflict it on you as well. So there we go. Okay, so actually, Asaf, you come at a perfect point. Thank you for joining. We were looking at the output of our first Go as an awk script. So let's get to that, shall we? In fact, before we do that, sounds perfect to you, Asaf. I like you. So let's organize this graph script into something a little bit sort of cleaner, so we can start doing things, because we know we need to basically create, if we look at this here, in fact, let's go into here, we need to create something that looks like that, right? What's going on? Verifying Microsoft Word. What? I'm embarrassed even to go back here. I've no idea what's going on. Why is that? Get rid of word. Go away. Go away. Get lost. Word. I think what happened was that for some reason Ranger decided to open this test.dot in Word. Anyway, I'm embarrassed to admit that I've actually got Word installed on here. It's a company machine, so anyway, so we want to create something like this, right? This is what we've got to create, as we know, right? So let us, let's go back here. Let's organize this a little bit better into something that the Google shell style guideline sort of suggests we do, and other people do as well, you know. Let's have a main, right? A main function, and we'll say echo hello first of all, for example there, and then we'll just call main like that. Okay, so that's a lot nicer. In fact, so now we can say let's call this thing here declare queues. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have a function. We'll wrap this in a function called. This is to do with queues and topics. Get queues topics. Get queues and topics. Right. Put all that in a function. Get rid of that line there, and then we'll say get queues topics. Okay, so that's basically it's going to do the same thing right now. We haven't changed anything. We just put a bit of structure around it. Yes. Luckily my wife is in another office now, in another room, using home office, working from home thing. Yeah, it was driving her crazy, so I'm in here now. So now if I run that now, it should do the same thing, right? Okay, but it's a little bit more organized. Now what we want to do is run this through our little awk script that we had. Where was our awk script? We had it, didn't we? Queues topics. That's it there. That's it. Yeah. So queues topics. In fact, let's open that in here as well, right? So let's open that in queues topics. There. That's what we had, and this is where we left off last time. And as I've correctly pointed out, that putting something in an array like that is not really, going to do it for us. So what we want instead, right, is something slightly different. So why don't we, whenever we change either the graph script or any awk script, we want to clear the screen, run graph. There we go. That's what we want. And remember, yeah, okay. And let's go back to here and say awk. What was the awk script called? Oops, let's undo that a minute. What was the awk script called? Queues. Oh, queues topics. That's right. So awk -f queues topics.awk, and then we want to pack awk. So this is where we're going to run our queues topics awk script against the output of this function, right? But this function, this get queues topics variable at the moment, it's a call to the function. So what we want to do is use process redirection, or is it called process redirection? So we can say basically pretend to fool awk into reading from standard in the output of the call to this function. So let's run that now. Let's see what happens. There we go. There we go. Wow, it worked straight away. That's quite cool. So what we're doing is we're calling this function, right? Get queues topics, which is that one there, right? And we are passing that into our awk function, right? And our awk function is our awk script, and this is our awk script here. Straw pole. Not very sturdy pole if it's made of straw. Where are you watching from? Yes, where are you watching from, by the way? I'm broadcasting from Manchester in the UK, England. I would like to say Europe, but anyway. Yeah, let us know where you're all watching from. Right, anyway, come on, let's go. So this is our awk script, and the problem is that we've got these topics here. We've got a queues array, which is fine. In fact, let's go across here and add here cat. let's just change this for a second. Let's go back here and get topics queues exit. Let's just run that for a second. Graph and put the output into output.txt, right? Oh yeah, aha, interesting. That's gone to the API because there's no. It's a different invocation, right? It's not the same invocation. So anyway, so now we can just say cat output, so we can see the input, the input to our script, right? So there we go. Let's have that. Right. Okay. So we're now basically changing this into this. So now we can start sort of playing around with this queue thing here. So Asaf from Israel, Helmut from Hanover, Germany, Johan from Waldorf, Germany, Kadir from Antalya in Turkey. Wow, fantastic! What a lovely international family. Brilliant. Thank you for sharing. Where were we? So yeah, okay. Yeah, the problem was, right, and this is what Asaf was pointing out, the problem was that I'm using this topics array, which means that when we have something else, for example, Q3 subscribed to sales order created topic, it sort of overwrites. Yes, because we're saving the topics as keys, right? So what we want instead really is like a multi-dimensional array. Now, awk doesn't have natively the possibility of doing multi-dimensional arrays. So what we can do instead is we can just sort of concatenate things together, right, as in values, because everything's a string, right? Andrew, your German is Waldorfish. When I went to Hanover, I thought they were talking. They do. The accent's very different in Hanover compared to Waldorf. Yes. Anyway. So why don't we, first of all, let's have a pattern just to sort of organize ourselves a little bit, right? Let's have a pattern so that we can say, rather than use $1, $2, because $1 is the first thing, which is going to be this one, and $2 is the second thing, as in the second word, which is going to be a topic when there is one. So why don't we just say Q equals the first word and topic equals the second word. So now we're here, right? We can, that's going to be for each line. That's going to run for each line because there's no pattern. So when there's no pattern, that particular action will run for each line. So now we can say when there is only one field, number of fields is 1. Let's just have everything on sort of, why not, right? We want to add to the queues array Q, right? And when there's 2, this is almost the same thing, right? When there's 2, we want to capture topics too, right? In fact, let's change that. Topics equals topics of topic, as in the variable we just captured, equals topic. And let's just leave this one out for now. There we go. And queues and topics. That'll do. Right. Let's see what happens there. Okay. So we got Q1, Q2, Q3, and topic. Oh, we just want topics, don't we? Print. Let's have on the same line actually. Print T. There we go. Okay. So we've got. Oh, you're in Como, Samuele. Nice, very nice, in Italy. In fact, I'm going to have an Italian biscuit, my administrator biscuit, to celebrate that fact. Very good. Okay. So far, so good. Now, when we start trying to collect together, we got a flat list of queues and we got a flat list of topics. Well, the problem was it not, Asaf, that we were trying to collect the relationships, the subscriptions, basically. So why don't we just think this through? Let's have a... Is that too long? No. Subscriptions. Yeah. Why don't we start collecting subscriptions for a given queue? So what subscriptions a queue has, what topics a queue is subscribed to. So see, it makes it much nicer to have variable names that make sense to us, right? So, and we'll just sort of concatenate things, right? So it's like something equals something plus something, right? A equals A plus 1. This is the thing that's in my mind. Subscriptions of Q, whatever's in there right now, add on to it the current topic. Let's try that. So they'll go for S in subscriptions, print S, and then something like that, and then subscriptions of S. Let's see what we've got. Okay, let's put another one of these here as well. Let's just lose some spaces so we can see everything on the screen. For topic in topics. Oh yeah, we should do topic in topics. For topic, oops, in topics, print topic. Is that what you mean, Andrew? And we'll do the same for queues. Q in queues, Q. There we go. Okay, fine. Now, that's good. I'll do subscription in subscriptions. Maybe I'll change it to subs. There we go. That's better. So we can have for sub. A bit shorter, isn't it? For sub in sub. There we go. Oh, what? For sub in subs? Subs? What? For sub in subs? What did I do wrong there? For sub. Ah, oh, maybe subs are. Oh, look, sub is a different color. Maybe sub is an awk keyword. Let's have a look, shall we? Awk sub string function. Oh, the sub function. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Well, in that case, then we'll just have S for now. S. Okay. Yes, keyword. Okay, that was nice. That was interesting. So we've got, in fact, we need some spaces there, don't we? Look, there's no spaces here. So let's go up here and add to the end of that string a space. There we go. Look, we're getting, let's just put that down one more. There we go. Yeah, we're getting that's right, isn't it, Asaf? We've now said, we've successfully captured the fact that Q2 is subscribed to sales order created and topic A and topic B, and Q3 is subscribed to sales order created. So I think we're good. I think we're good. Now, we need to write things out though. Okay, so let's start writing things out properly. We don't need that anymore, so let's get rid of that. Just remind ourselves, let's get rid of that. We remind ourselves of test.dot, right? What we want. We want digraph, subgraph. So we want to create this, which is the flat list of queues. We also then want to create the same thing for the topics. We'll do the webhooks next, we'll just do the queues and topics first. And then after these sort of subgraphs, we want this sort of list of subscriptions. So Q2 is going to topic A, Q2 is going to topic B, Q2 is going to sales order created, and then Q3 is going to sales order created, right? So that's what we want to do. But actually, wrapping all that is this digraph, and then the end end curlies. So why don't we actually go here, just save that, go back to here and just put here echo digraph like that, and at the end, so we've got the outermost thing, right? We've got digraph open curlies, and right at the bottom we've got closed curlies. Does that make sense? Are we all still together? Oh, while you answer that question, I'm gonna have this. By the way, has everybody subscribed to, registered with? There is. I created it. A nice short link for. Error. That's interesting. Life, T life, the token life, is it gone? Yes, -1. So let's T refresh. This is my OAuth token for YouTube streaming API. Do that again. Bang. T life. Okay, good. Bang. Done. Okay, I've done these as individual scripts as well. If anybody wants like a a midweek stream digging into these little scripts here with OAuth and YouTube streaming API and all that stuff, let me know. So you got this that's this current live stream. Anyway, yeah, so if you haven't already, please register for the developer keynote. Okay, that's what that link is for. It's going to be super cool. There's awesome folks in it, and I think there's something for everyone. So there we go. Anyway, that's what we want to create. So we're there now. Digraph, yeah, subgraph cluster queues, node shape folder, labels queues. So the queue one is done. Should we be putting a semicolon at the end of the queue names there? I think we should. So let's just do that. Let's just do that here. Q, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert Dibble, semicolon there. Yeah, that's better. We've now got a semicolon here. Looks nice. So why don't we do the same thing now for the topics? Oh, we're okay for time, actually. Even without all that messing around with my stream tech, we're still here. Thank you, Andrew, for confirming you're still there. Is this making sense, by the way? Let me know if it's making sense. This really is sort of seat of the pants thing. But anyway, so we want one of these, don't we? I guess. Print one of those. Print subgraph cluster topics. And it was a double octagon, wasn't it? I remember. How can you forget the double octagon? Right, that's the double octagon shape. There for the topics. So we're going to create this bit now, right? Shape equals double octagon. Oh, nice, Andrew. I see what you did there. Not awkward at all. Very good. So there we go. That's that. And then for topic in topics, print topic. Well, we want actually now a similar sort of thing to this, right? We want one of those. In fact, let's join that up. Let's have fewer lines so we can see what we're doing. There we go. Print that. Print that. Print that. Print that. Print that down there and bring it up there. Oh yeah, dude. There you go. Print topic. And then also at the end, we want one of those close things. Let's just copy it from there, right? There we go. We got the flat list of topics. By the way, is this? Let me know again. Max was calling me out on tweaking my dot files, to infinity. But I do like, just making my programming environment nice. And I've got this opacity, so you can see the background picture set to 8, 0.8, it's 0.8 actually. In fact, you can see that better there, opacity 5, for example. Whoa, yeah, that's pretty cool. But 9 is like, no, so we'll have 8. I'm using some opacity there, which makes it more pleasant, right? So now let's deal with printing out a line for each of these relationships. Q2 is related to sales order created, Q2 is related to topic A, and Q2 is related to topic B. Now, talking of the reason I guessed that sub was a keyword, a string manipulation keyword, is that I did look into how I might split out these things, because there is a split function. Split function, there we go. Split. There. Make it a bit bigger. So basically, we can divide a string into pieces separated by field sep and store the pieces in an array, right? And also, really blew my mind. What it will also do if you want is store the separator strings. So you don't just throw the separator strings away, you can capture those as well. How cool is that? But we don't want the separator strings. So now, what we'll do is we'll go through the subs, right? Let's just bring that up there a bit so that's better. We'll go through the subs. And in fact, this is going to be a little bit more involved. So let's put it in a block. What we want is split subs of S. What was the thing? Oh yeah, okay, into topic queues, queue topic? No, they're going to be topics, aren't they? Yes. Split this thing here, and these are topics, into topics, TS, topics, right? We've already got a topics keyword, you know, topics array, on space. Is it space default maybe? Field sep. Ah, okay, if field sep is omitted, the value of fs is used, which is space, right? Fs, field separated space. So theoretically, right, we shouldn't need to specify anything else. So let's just see what we get. Print. I love how simple and, you know, dwim awk is. Dwim. I think that came from, in my mind, from Perl. Do what I mean. You know, it just does what you want it to. Print the S is the Q. Oh yeah, okay. Subscriptions is by Q. So really what we want here, just use Q again, right? Q. Yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it, Andrew? Q. I know, early development, it is amazed. I mean, the R2 assembler, SAP R2 assembler, which is where my online name comes from, Q macro, right? It's a thing in R2 assembler. It's just one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen. Anyway, Q, and then let's have, well, let's just, I've no idea what if we print out TS, let's see what happens. Oh, okay, can't read value of TS. It's an array name. I'm just wondering why ENTR is running this twice, but anyway, I don't care. In that case, then, we'll say print Q. Well, actually, let's just go for it, right? So then we say for topic in topics, right? Print. Well, let's just do it without quotes first, right? Print Q like that, right? Topic. Is that going to work? Oh, hold on. Not topic. What am I doing? Topic in TS. Oh, TS of topic, right? Because, right, I think that's right. Yes. So, okay. So we had it at topic, right? But topic here is the index, is basically the key. You know, because these are associative arrays, but if you just stick things together and, well, I suppose if you create an array here, we're creating an array TS by splitting on a string. So what are the keys of the array? Well, the keys of the array, it's not going to be an associative array. It's going to just be an array, right? With, you know, just index values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Which is why we got the numbers. In fact, let's run that again. We got the numbers 1, 2, and 3. So instead, so we want TS of topic, right? There we go. Et voila, Andrew, Asaf, voila, yes, exactly. So I think this solves the cliffhanger, or addresses the cliffhanger that we had at the end of last week, right? So that's quite cool. So thank you so much, Asaf, for bringing that up and being with us as well. So, by the way, Helmut is saying, I saw something from Helmut saying in Node.js. To be honest, I prefer writing such stuff in Node.js, much less boilerplate code when working with arrays. Well, yeah, I mean, I like writing stuff in Node.js as well. But I thought that, you know, we'd explore something a little bit different. and to be able to add this language awk, which is a beautiful little language, to our, to use a word that Andrew shared with us this morning on Twitter, well, his evening, armamentarium, which is a wonderful word. You know, I think it's nice to be able to, you know, call this up whenever we want. I think still that it's not too boilerplatey, really, for in. I mean, I like the functional aspects of what you can do with Node.js, and you can write really, really terse stuff. But I quite like the calmness, in the same way that I used to write a lot of Perl, and then I started writing a lot of Python, and I felt a lot calmer in Python in my mind. Like my mind was going like a million miles an hour with Perl. With Python, calm, and I feel calm writing this awk as well, because it's sort of, it's almost like a reverence that you need, because Andrew was saying, right? You could achieve so much with such beautifully succinct tools. Helmut, I'm with you. I'm totally with you, Helmut. I just need map, filter, and reduce. Well, in fact, Helmut, and I'm going to say this, you don't. You just need reduce, because reduce is the mother of all functions, right? So you write filter in reduce. You write map in reduce, right? But that's another story. I think we covered that, didn't we, on a thing. Growing. There we go. Yes. Ooh, stop. Whoa. Stop. So growing functions. Wow. Look at that. Hands on SAP macro. Old style. Growing functions. We get back to basics, where we learn what reduce really is and how it can be used to build related functions. So check that. If you've not seen that, thank you for the digression. LBC bang doof. There we go. So check that one out. A nice weekend viewing, I think. Anyway, I think we're there with that, aren't we? So now let's put this into quotes as well. Let's just have a new line here. What we need is let's have a couple of spaces, indent, and then a quote round the Q, right? There. And then we'll have how many things in the arrow? Just a single arrow. It's a single thing, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. One of those then. Yeah. Oh, we need a quote after the Q. So a quote, and then another quote, literal quote, topic, and then close literal quote. Do we have semicolons? Yes, we do. Okay, fine. So let's put a semicolon there. There. I think I messed. Oh, there we go. Hold on. What's going on? Oh yeah, of course. We want to end that. There we go. 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 We're getting there. We're getting there. So now, how much time we got? 8:46. Can we do the other stuff? Let's just. I think we can. Let's go back to our thing here and let's write. Because basically we want to do the same sort of thing, get queues, subscription, get queues topics, and then let's say get webhook, get webhooks. Let's go here and say where are we? Let's go up one. Messaging. List webhook subscriptions. Let's have a look. Ah, yes, this is where we have to be a little bit careful, because we get a series of stanzas, we get a series of objects here in an array, and in each one we get the name of the webhook. I'm going to say webhook instead of webhook subscription, even though it's a webhook subscription. The name of the webhook, because it's so hard to say. And the queue it's connected to, but in the address field, but it's got the thing Q colon in front of it. So we need to strip that out, right? And we can do that in JQ, right? So we'll do a similar sort of thing. So that's what we're looking for. So actually, let's just bring this down here, because it's going to be very similar, isn't it? Bring that up a bit so we can see. Declare webhooks equals using this. I think it's beautiful, this whole idea of subshells. So we're using a subshell so we can cd up one to where the management script is, or the messaging script. But once that subshell is complete, the act of the effect of cd is gone. We're back in the parent shell, parent process rather. So I think this is just, like Andrew was saying, the design of Unix is just so beautiful from a shell perspective. Anyway, we want to use the cache, but this is messaging list, what is it? Webhook subscriptions, isn't it? Yeah, messaging list webhook subscriptions. And then, well, let's just for webhook in. Oh, actually, we don't even need that, do we? No, we don't even need that. We don't need that. We want, because it's not like processing each queue at a time. Let's just echo. In fact, let's just do it as simple as possible first, right? CD. Oops. There we go. Let's just see what that does. We don't need that for now. And I'll just call this here get webhooks exit. There we go. Okay, so we got the webhooks. If I run that again by saving it, bang. Okay, the cache is working. So actually what we want to do, we can just pipe that straight into, right, I think. Yeah, JQ. Let's just do that instead, see what happens, right? JQ, what? Hello? Oh yeah, pipe into JQ. Okay, fine. JQ is working. This is working. So now we've got the name and the address. So what we really want is to process in JQ. I want to, process everything in the array, loop through the array, and, well, let's just say a name first of all. Name and address. Is that right? Address, what? Hello? Oh, plus. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we want raw, don't we? We don't want any quotes around it. We want raw. There we go. So far so good. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for confirming. It's almost like a ping, isn't it? ICMP check. So yeah, we don't even need to do that. We can just spit it straight out, can't we? However, we want to get rid of this queue thing. We can do it. We can do it lots of different ways, right? But one way is using the JQ. What's it called? Let's go here. JQ sub. JQ manual. Is that one thing? Okay, let's do it to a sub. There we go. Sub. Regex. ToString. Sub. Regex. ToString. Emit the string obtained by replacing the first match of regex. Semicolon separating. Ooh, where is it? There. Sub. Emit the string obtained by replacing the first match of regex in an input string with toString after interpolation. Ah, okay, yes, okay, yes. Okay, it's like using regex substitution in lots of different languages, just a different syntax, right? So, sub regex will have q like that, replace it with nothing. How do you say? Give me an example. Give me an example. Is it quotes? I just put quotes in because I saw these. Let's try it. I wonder if you could do that. No. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So now we're almost there. We're almost there, right? I think we're almost there. So what we want here is awk run. Let's run something else. What are we going to call it? Webhooks. Get webhooks. Get shorty. Webhooks. Right, there we go. Okay, yeah, can't open file webhooks. Yes, I know, because it doesn't exist yet. So let's go back to there, and let's write that into webhooks as well, awk. And really, we don't really need to do anything. Do we? What do we need to do? Oh yeah, of course, we need to loop through it twice, don't we? We need to capture all the actual webhooks and then loop through it again to print out this. So basically, this awk script needs to spit out this and also that. 8:54. Can we do it? Can we do it in time? Oh my goodness, fingers crossed. Oh, that was fingers crossed for the quotes thing, right? Yeah. So webhook. Let's do the same pattern, right? What's it called? Q. We're not going to have any lines when there's only one field, so let's get rid of that. And webhooks, webhook is webhook. And that's it, really. And then we just want subgraph cluster. What's it called? Webhooks and parallelogram. Webhooks. Parallelogram. Webhooks, and then for webhook in webhooks, print webhook. Right, okay, that's it. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. That's not going to work, but let's just save and see what happens. What? Can't open file webhooks.org. What? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Maybe some weirdness with ENTR. Anyway, it's cool. So okay, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I think we need a space, don't we? Need a bit of a space between the things. Subgraph cluster webhooks, node shape parallelogram, labels webhooks. Blah blah blah. Fine. Yeah, it just looks weird because. Okay, well, let's carry on though. Yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right. Yeah, what we want here is for webhook in webhooks. We don't need any splitting. What are we doing? We're just printing it out, aren't we? Yes. Print webhook webhooks. Oh, hold on. That's not right, is it? We need a dot pretty printer. Yeah, we do. We do. Webhook. Webhooks. That's wrong, isn't it? We want Q. There we go. Q. Webhooks. Webhooks of webhook. There we go. Is that all we need? Is that all we need? Let's just go back to here and let's add a line there. I think we're. Shall we try it? Shall we try it? Last 2 minutes. If this works first time, it'd be ridiculous. But that looks sort of valid, doesn't it? Okay, so why don't we do this, right? This is maybe asking too much. Let's get rid of that. And let's have another window here. Where are we? Oh, yeah, okay, so let's go to local projects or cloud messaging, graphing, list. Let's just do it. Let's just run it. What's it called? Graph. Spits out dot. So why don't we put it into hold on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let's have a look. Can't see that. That's better. Let's just run that graph. How do we do the graphing? Oh, there we go. Go dot. Ah, yes. Go dot output dot. In fact, what we want to do is test dot dot. Right. CD graphing. Graph. Let's just see it come out. Cache kicks in again. Where are we? PWD, path of working directory. Oh, Andrew, see what you did there. Okay, so now let's pipe it into go dot, and then pipe it into there we go in the terminal as well. But that's extra bonus. But let's just do that and put it into graph.png. Open graph.png. Amazing. Now, just to prove to ourselves, just to prove to us, actually, we don't need to prove to ourselves anything. Oh my goodness me. That's it. Look, graph.png. Is that right? We did it. We've done it. Yes. Render, 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 render. Folks, that's a good place to end. Thank you so much for watching. It worked. Pretty amazed myself. It worked, right? And all the people rejoiced and were glad. Thank you for watching. I'll and the encouragement and everything. I love the chat. I'll put all the code that we've updated. I'll push that to the repo so you can play with it. And thank you very much. Perfect Friday morning, Johan. Thank you for joining, and you help make it perfect. So bye for now. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.